step in. From the port, we in. First black champ, let it begin. Camp from the port, JR bang in the corner. Real talk, real heat. Tune in, now we on ya. Ding ding, step in. Mic check, let it spin. From the port, we in. First black champ, let it begin.
And that leads us to the possible night 2 main event. Definitely feels that way. Roman Reigns versus Seth. They did not wrestle, but they did have the NBA flavor next to them. Jalen Brunson with Roman Reigns and Tyrese Haliburton with Seth Rollins. Also, shouts out to Trae Young, who ripped Jalen Brunson's jersey at Fanatics Fest. Yeah, NBA. Yeah, all right, fam. I see y'all and everything. Um, I know you've had questions about both of these matches.
Yeah.
The rollouts, the anticipation, all of that. Did you feel like, I'll start with Saturday night's main event. Do you think Saturday night's main event did a great job at pushing along this feud?
No. I was trying to shoot some bail, but no. Hey, listen, man. Sports is basketball. Sports is wrestling. Tyrese Haliburton coming out there after this season? Nah. Sorry, that fell flat. That fell super flat. You've been better off. Shit, you could have brought Chet Holmgren out there. That would have been better.
Man, they should have brought out Trae Young. I think the perfect person
yeah.
would have been Trae Young.
Yeah, at least, because at least Trae Young and his relationship with New York is on any time of the season. Tyrese Haliburton came out there gingerly with the chair and all of that. Like, man, I get it, but the Pacers and him got to do a lot better to make that scene matter. See, this, I'm sorry, but Indianapolis, y'all earned this. See, this is why I was never a Colts fan, because Indianapolis sports fans happen to think that no matter when the clash happened, no matter what the records say, it's a rivalry. They felt that way about the Patriots, felt that way about the Bears, they feel that way about the Bulls. And I'll be like, hey, look, man, if the team keep coming to y'all house and keep eating y'all food and putting your kids to bed and taking your wife on a night out in town, it ain't no rivalry. You house it. Like that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we come here and kick y'all ass. We like this. Hey, look, I'll never forget. It's the last great season Derrick Rose had too. I just was in Indianapolis, came for the Bulls Pacers game. First of all, it was more red in there than it was in orange and yellow. I was like, y'all know this ain't no rivalry, right? Reggie never beat Mike. So if you're hanging on that, you lost, right? So now I don't know why you think Danny G and the White Boys is about to beat Derrick Rose. Like, this is not happening. This is how, you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about Tyrese Haliburton coming out there. It's like, yo, it's the delusion of you thinking it's something when that was just really a passing moment. You got to keep being great. You know, the reason why 40 years later people talk about Magic and Bird is because they were in step with each other for at least 5 or 6 seasons. This ain't that no more. Trae Young, he in Washington. But if he still keep coming to New York and doing that, then you got to put him in that spot. Sorry, Ty Hallie. You got to sit down, rest that ankle up, get yourself ready for the season so that moment can make more sense in Madison Square Garden, because it fell flat this year. Sorry to inform you of that.
So, we got last night, and part of the reason why I said last night felt like old Saturday night's main event was also because I felt like that moment right there was like Hulk Hogan, Andre without the big it just didn't feel as big. It's like the contract signing, and then Andre gets the best of Hogan, or when they announced that Hogan is the number one contender for the WWF Championship to go up against Sergeant Slaughter. Like it felt like that shit right there. But then there's past Monday Night Raw, where man Roman probably did one of his better promos ever in sunning Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
This is what I'll say. You can't do that promo and then on Saturday night's main event come with this shit.
Yeah, man.
I know it's the Knicks, y'all. I get it. And I know you want to celebrate the Knicks and Madison Square Garden and give him the belt and all of that stuff. But we ain't got no time for that.
Yeah.
Especially after you just gave that promo basically telling Seth Rollins you will always be number 2.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know what would have made that promo even better, Kemp? Is if he would have told that man, hey, I'm better than Shawn Michaels. But in this situation, I'm Shawn Michaels. You Marty Jannetty. If he would have said that, oh my.
Oh, I would have went up. I was like, okay, hey, you know what? Maybe we need another 5-year run.
Yeah. I did.
Like,
I'm better than Shawn Michaels. I'm the greatest of all time. But I'm going to give you an example that a lot of people like to give when it comes to tag teams. I'm Shawn Michaels. You Marty Jannetty. Oh. I'm Scott Steiner. You Rick. Sorry, Brock, but that's
you know what I'm saying, man?
Braun, excuse me. Sorry, but no. You did what you did and broke up this brotherhood, and I turned out to be way better than you when you had every advantage. Mm-hmm. When he said that Triple H line, I was like, oh, your daddy. Oh, okay, yep.
Hey, your calling like, your work daddy was crazy.
Your work daddy. Then when he said, you got to win the Money in the Bank just to win the championship. And Roman, here's how you beat me. Roman, here's how you won here. Because I know there's a number of people outside of me that was like, Seth Rollins gonna win the King of the Ring, and he gonna go up against Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just told us, y'all, the fact that you're Seth Rollins, with every advantage that you've gotten in this business, and you got to win something just to go up against me. Boy, you right, Roman. I'm wrong. You're right. I am sorry. You basically just said that, Seth, that makes you look weak. Yeah. That you're you and you need help to get to my level. You need a helping hand to get to my level. And when you get there, you're not even on my level. You're just on the Island of Relevancy. I'm making you relevant at this point. You ain't making me relevant. Which leads me to this question, Kent. Because when he said this, I said, damn. How many times have we gotten the number 1 versus the number 2 in some type of capacity at SummerSlam? It's not been a lot.
No.
But either this match is going to be like Brock versus Roman and 2022 SummerSlam, Nashville. You had the shirt on last week, where it is not only an anticipated match, the match itself lives up to every expectation. Mm-hmm. Or this could be Stone Cold Undertaker SummerSlam, Highway to Hell, where that match was billed great. Mm-hmm. Then they had the match, and it wasn't. And it wasn't because the two people in the ring even was like, man, I don't know what happened that night. Kind of off. This was not what we wanted. Do you feel like if you had to put it in the direction, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Brock, Roman, where can you see this match slotting? Is it more towards Brock Roman, or do you feel it could be closer to Stone Cold and The Undertaker?
I'm gonna go Brock Roman because I mean until it actually happens, Seth versus Roman has not missed yet. It may not have been the greatest match you've ever seen. It may not be their. It may not be match of the year, and it may not even be your favorite match. But Seth versus Roman does not like it. It doesn't. It's never subpar. Like it doesn't miss in the fact of like, okay, I can deal with that. See, like, you know, when you open up the spectrum of hit or miss, right? Because hit don't always mean it's a classic.
Yeah. Just means it's a great match. Just
right.
Match.
And miss don't mean that it's a total botched job, failed, finished, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't mean that either. It just is like, you know what? For what I wanted from y'all two, I didn't get it. And I think no matter what, you're going to get it from both of them because now you're talking to the, well, yeah, pause.
That was crazy. That was
but y'all are going to get it. So, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, but I'll say that now, because now it's not necessarily about being the two best wrestlers in the industry. It's more about being two of the better storytellers in the ring. And I think they do that both very well. Dare I say, the wrestling match is Cody and Punk. The storytelling match is Roman and Seth. And I'm not mad at that. Because what story do I really need to see from Punk and Cody at this point? Not much. I definitely need a really great story to be told between Seth and Roman, because here we are 14 years from the day you both debuted. And the world title's on the line, and it's only the two of you left remaining. And we know this is just the new beginning. Because again,
but they're not the only ones that still remaining. You were there.
Oh yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was there. Yeah, Devin, I was there. I mean, hey, Devin, I outlasted Ryback. Who knew? but man, I say that to say I do think this will hit because of just who we're dealing with. I think that no matter what, unless for some reason wrestling storytelling ain't part of the equation here, I don't see this missing.
Yeah, I don't see it missing. I don't see it missing as a wrestling match. As you said, anytime these two have been in the ring with each other, they've given us a dope match. You said after that Royal Rumble match that this should be the WrestleMania match. Like, just scrap everything. And you've been campaigning for this to be the WrestleMania match for the last couple of years. So I don't think it's going to miss. I just don't like the storyline. I just don't. It's not getting me there. But it's like to the point where I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch this match, of course. Night 2, SummerSlam, Minnesota. Yes. I'm going to be all in, and I am all in for Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I just need a little bit of help, though. I just need a little bit of help. I just need a little bit of assistance. And Roman, I felt like, gave us that assistance on last Monday's Raw.
For sure.
Saturday night's main event. I don't need the celebrity angle. I don't need the Macho Man getting punched in the face by Buster Douglas in his match against Hulk Hogan. I don't need the celebrity angle. Keep that away from me. that celebrity angle could have been for Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Really, like it could have been for Trick. It could have been with Braun. It could have been with Paul Heyman. I don't care. I did not need that because here's the other part of it too. Who's the face and who's the heel? So was Seth Rollins and Tyrese Haliburton the heels on Saturday night's main event?
And MSG.
I mean, it didn't feel like it though. And
Really?
the only reason why it didn't feel like it to me, because it's still Seth freaking Rollins. And
True.
Seth is the one that's the number 2. And he's trying to prove he's number 1, but he didn't do anything dastardly to make himself the heel.
Yeah.
It's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, and I agree with you, but you can't do that in the first city that cheered the tribal chief. Like, you can't. Like, once the bloodline was a thing and the tribal chief character was a thing, Roman got booed all the way to MSG. And then when him and the Usos came out there that night, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. They going crazy and they can't wait to acknowledge Roman Reigns. Like, this lets me know New York wrestling fans are different. Like, they are now taking the place of what Toronto was in the 90s, because they were like, yeah, no, we get it, but he on what we on. Like,
he good over here.
Right. Wait, New York is on an island. We are relevant. Skip with all this wrestling stuff you're talking about. We cheer for Roman Reigns. And hey, look, and if it wasn't for more confirmation, he came out with Jalen Brunson. And yeah, obviously somebody else needs to come out with Seth Rollins to make the other illusion. But hey, if that don't let you know that Roman Reigns is a face whenever he comes to New York, to MSG, that is the precursor. There are now officially 3 people never getting booed at MSG, as far as I'm concerned. It's Bruno Sammartino, Roman Reigns, and Jalen Brunson. That's
hey, man.
Oh, and Patrick
Ewing. Right here. I feel you, and I get it. It's just like,